What is going on, guys? Snickel here, and today I have another trophy talk for you. I know it's been quite some time since I've said that. It's been a few months, and I do want to apologize for that, but I do want to go over what's kind of been going on in this video over the past few months and kind of what I'm looking forward to do in the next few months when it comes to gaming and everything. Like I said, I know that I've kind of been out of it, and I do want to apologize. People have been asking, where's the trophy talks, where's this, where's that. One of the big things, or a few of the big things, were that I was in between employment. That was one big thing. Another thing was I kind of changed my setup a little bit when it came to streaming, and with doing that, I was not able to use my computer that I used to stream in order to record because of where monitors were and stuff. So I ended up having to use my Mac. So I'm going to be using my Mac now to do these trophy talks and trophy updates, just because it's easier for me to get a microphone over there and to use it. So anyway, with all that being said, I know I kind of went over, why or what I've been doing over the past month and why I haven't really been doing these updates. I haven't really been playing too many games. I've been trying to get through things, but the big thing that I've kind of been working on or trying to work on is like mentally. And I know this is going to sound kind of stupid, but like mentally trying to like figure out what games I want to play, because I really want to go back to playing PS3 games and getting multiplayer done on PS3 games, multiplayer in general, but mainly on PS3, just because I don't want to miss certain games. With servers going down and everything, games like Max Payne 3, Grand Theft Auto 5, those are just some big ones, to name a few. I have a lot of other ones like F1 games and just games all over the place. Chronicles of Riddick, the Hawks games. There's a bunch of stuff that I still want to do on the PS3 that I would like to get to at some point, but I'll just have to wait and see and find people to do it. I will talk about that a little bit later on, kind of what I plan on doing when it comes to doing those games, or what I kind of want to do first. But anyway, let's talk about what I've been up to. Let's start with that. So what have I been up to when it comes to trophy hunting over the past, the last video I made was on May 17th. So we'll look back to May 17th. So starting off, we have, I guess I'll just start with Dragon Ball Fighter Z. So basically what happened is on May 21st, or in May, Dragon Ball was giving away 5 million, I think it's called Zenny, because the game had sold 5 million copies. So I basically logged on, got the 5 million Zenny, and logged off. So I do intend on getting back to this game, but I know that a big part of this game is grinding out that Zenny. So I was like, okay, I'm going to hop on and get that done and move on with my day, just so I don't need to grind that later on. In the realm of Dragon Ball, this is again going a little bit off topic here, or kind of, off the beaten path. I do have all the Dragon Ball games on the PlayStation 3, and Andrew and I have been talking about doing them, so those might be something that come up in the next few weeks, of just trying to get the online done in all the older Dragon Ball games, because they are really interesting games, and I would really love to do the online, but it's just finding people to do games. That's what I've really been figuring out recently. And with a lot of people, there are a lot of trophy hunters, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people are just strictly on the PS4, and they don't really want to play the PS3, or they don't really even own a PS3. So it's kind of hard to find people sometimes to do PS3 games, which does kind of suck, but it's just the lay of the land now, I guess. Up next, we have Xenon Racer. I believe in the last video I was talking about how I wanted to finish this game. I did end up getting the multiplayer done for Xenon Racer, which really wasn't bad. You can do it all by yourself for the most part. Getting the 20 wins and getting the ranks and stuff online, you can do it all by yourself, so it's not too bad. I think you might need an additional person for, 1 or 2 trophies, but all in all, really, really easy game when it comes to online and just game in general. It's a nice little, switch up of like a styling of game. I'm not really sure what to compare it to. It's very arcadey, and it kind of feels like a premium mobile game, if that makes sense. You're not going to be spending a lot of money to get it, hopefully. So, a premium mobile game is A-okay. But that's just a little interesting racer game. But that's done. Multiplayer's done, so we're moving on. Up next, Killzone Mercenary. So back in whenever, June or whatever, I was going away. I had gone on 2 vacations over the summer, and in my in my thought, I was like, hey, I'm going away. I'll take my Vita, and if I ever have some downtime, I'll play my Vita. We'll get Killzone Mercenary done because I want to do the online, and I know that you can use the bot zone or whatever to do a majority of the online. So let's just try to do it and get it done. And I still intend on doing that, and I need to get back to it, but I did not do that when I was going away, mainly because I had brought my computer and I was working, so I really didn't have time to play the Vita. I know it sucks growing up, but I do intend on getting back into Killzone Mercenary. I do plan on getting that multiplayer done. And with talking about Killzone, I really would like to do all the Killzone games. I mean, I know that I have the Killzone 2 multiplayer done, I have the Killzone 3 multiplayer done, I have the Killzone 3 multiplayer game done, so if I just play through the Killzone HD 2 and 3 on the PS3, do Mercenary, do Shadowfall, I would really like to do that because I feel like that's a series that I've kind of neglected as I've been playing through games and trophy hunting. But I do intend on getting back to Killzone Mercenary at some point. Then up next we have SnowRunner. So funny story here. SnowRunner was probably the game that got me out of doing a lot of stuff. So I played SnowRunner for the whole month of basically half of May and most of June. And I forget when the game came out exactly, but I was a huge fan of MudRunner. And you guys probably know that. Most of you probably know that. This game came out on April 28th. You guys probably know that I was a huge fan of MudRunner, so I was really, really, really looking forward to SnowRunner. And the game, it definitely provided everything that I was looking for in that type of off-road simulation game, don't get me wrong. But what happened is I was playing so much of it, there was so much to do. I mean, the game takes 80 to 100 hours to platinum if you're doing it 100% by yourself. I don't know how that platinum's at a 7% because it blows my mind. But it takes a lot of time to get through the game if you're playing by yourself. So I was playing. I was really enjoying the game. There was, I think, there was 3 areas to get through. Each area had, I believe, 4 maps, or it at least got up to 4 maps. So you had to get through, 12 maps in the game. Now, back on MudRunner, you only had to get through, I believe, 4 or something, or 6. It really wasn't a lot, and the maps were kind of small. These maps in SnowRunner are huge. There's customization. Some of the maps are just absurdly ridiculous to go through. So I was playing a lot of the game. I was really enjoying it, but I probably got about halfway through the game and I started to get burnt out on it. But I did not want to put the game down. Like, something just made me want to keep going back and keep playing it. And the other thing was, I just have this mentality now when I play games, at least when I'm going for the platinum, when I'm attempting to go for the platinum, that I will just play it until I get the platinum, no matter what it takes. Even if I'm burnt out from the game, I will push through to get the platinum, and I refuse to kind of put games down if I'm playing them for the single player. Multiplayer is a different story because stuff happens, people can't play, you got to put it down for a little bit. That's okay, but single player, I was just pushing through. I was trucking through it. So got through it. It was what it was. I enjoyed the game. I did get burnt out a little bit, but that game took me, that month and 3 weeks that you see that it took me to play that game, I was playing it all the time in all of my free time when I was home, and it was absurd. But hey, it's done. I mean, that's the way I'm looking at it now. Then up next, we have the Golf Club 2019. I did the multiplayer for this a few months back. Decided to end up playing through and getting that done because getting the Golf Club 2019 for myself gets me all of the Golf Club games done, the Golf Club series. So that's pretty cool. The other reason that I wanted to get Golf Club 2019 done was PGA Tour 2K21, I believe it is coming out this month. And that's basically the next Golf Club game because Golf Club 2019 was published by 2K Games. 2K Games has now turned it into the next iteration of the game into a 2K Sports. So really looking forward to that, but I wanted to get the Golf Club games done just because I wanted to get them done, and I enjoy golf games. So then up next we have Minecraft. Now, there was a DLC released for Minecraft. I don't even know when. It was this expansion pack 13 was released on June 23rd. So, when it comes to Minecraft, with the whole Bedrock stuff that came out, it was a pain in the ass to play the game because for me personally, it made it like super laggy. But the good thing with that is it was now cross-platform between like PC and Xbox and everything. So you're able to get worlds in Minecraft that literally will get you all your trophies in the span of like 10 minutes. So I was able to find a world that would get me that DLC done. So I finished that up. So that's done. I think Minecraft for the PS4, this list at least, is like done. I think it's kind of capped out at trophies, if I'm not mistaken. So if they ever release DLC for Minecraft on the PS4, I'm pretty sure it's going to need to have a separate list. It'll probably just end up like ESO, where like it's just DLCs. There'll be no base game trophies. There wouldn't be. That wouldn't make sense. Then up next, we have The Godfather 2. This game kind of came out of nowhere, but not really. So let me take a step back. I had been streaming a while back when I was doing Hitman and Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 2 back in April and March and everything. When did I get that done? Hitman contracts in April. So back in April, I was streaming, and I kind of had this idea that I was going to kind of go on these, worry about two series of games. And the series that I was worrying about, or that I wanted to play, not worry about, but I wanted to play, was Hitman, and I wanted to do Star Wars games. So I did one of each, and then what I told myself was when I got done one of each, I was then going to play like another random game on stream, mainly like a shitty PS3 game, because that's what your boy likes, is some shitty PS3 games. So I was like, okay, well, there's a game on my list that I really want to do that I've gone for like 2 times, and I've just put it down after playing like for a day or two, just because I have no faith of playing the game, and that was The Godfather 2. So I ended up picking that game to do after I finish up Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 2. So we did The Godfather 2, and now we'll be getting back into a Hitman game. But before we get back into a Hitman game, there's a few other things I want to do, which again, I'll talk about in this video. Then up next, we have Skater XL. This did come out this month, I believe last week. This was, honestly, I don't want to say it came out of nowhere, but a lot of people didn't even know it came out until like Sony or PlayStation put out that thing on Twitter that was like it was the second most downloaded game in July, and people were like, what? So for what it is, it's a decent game. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a decent game. It's basically Skate, except it's a little more in depth, because instead of just using one joystick for all of your movements and for doing all your tricks, you actually have to use both joysticks, and each joystick is like a foot. So the right joystick would be your right foot, and the left joystick would be your left foot. So the concept of it is really cool. The problem is the game just really has no content. I mean, from a trophy perspective, you can get through this game pretty fast, other than one trophy, which I'm going to talk about because people are stupid. But all in all, it's a pretty easy game. I mean, you could get through it in one night if it wasn't for this one trophy. So I did end up getting through everything in one night. There are a few things that you have to keep an eye out for when you're playing through the game that you might have to look some things up or just learn about the game. So the first one being tray flip master, doing 10 tray flips in a row. You can do any type of tray flip. You can do like a nollie tray flip. As long as you're doing the same type of tray flip, it counts, so that's good. The other one that kind of sucks is technical wizardry, which is to do 3 different flip tricks in one combo. So the reason why this trophy actually sucks is because you can't like do a kickflip and then manual, and then do a kickflip and manual, and do a kickflip and manual, right? You have to do 3 different flip tricks. So you have to do like a kickflip, a heel flip, and then like a hard flip. So if you do like a varial heel flip and then a heel flip, it counts as those count as one type of flip trick. So you have to do 3 like completely different flip tricks. So that one kind of sucks. And then really, nothing else is really too hard in the game. So the trophy that I want to talk about that people are being really stupid about is this trophy around the world, which is to travel over, let me make sure I'm telling you this right, travel over 40.075 kilometers in total. So the problem is that a lot of people think that, and the way that the game is coded right now, because this trophy is, or achievement is kind of messed up, is it's actually 40,075 kilometers is what it's counting. And I think technically that is right. That is the circumference of the world, so that would make sense. The problem is that the trophy description says 40.075, not 40,075. So it's not 40,075. It's 40.075. So, I don't know if there's something, wrong with, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know if this is typoed. I don't know if the game is tracking it wrong, and it's typoed somewhere, either in the coding or in the trophy list. One of them is typoed, and I will not go for this trophy until it's confirmed which one it is, because if I actually do have to travel 40,075 kilometers, I will do it. There's a way to AFK it. It takes like 200 hours, so I will do it, but I don't want to AFK 200 hours if it turns out that this trophy is typoed and you literally can do it in an hour. So, that's kind of where I stand with that one, so we'll just have to wait and see. I'm kind of waiting until they put an update out for the game to see if they fix it or if they even address that it's an issue. If they don't address it's an issue within the next few months, then I'm just going to assume that they don't think it's an issue, and I'm going to just have to go for it. So that is what it is. But Skater XL, I could have that platinum if that trophy was not kind of stupid. The other trophy that I haven't gotten yet, just because I'm kind of waiting, is to bail over 1,000 times. I'm kind of just waiting until this other one, pans out to go for that one too. So, because if I have to AFK, I don't want to AFK on stream. You know what I'm saying? So, last up, the last game that I've been putting a lot of time in, probably about the last week or so, has been Dirt 4. Kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, it's been on my Twitch channel as a game that I've wanted to play, and I have wanted to do it. With the hype with like Dirt 5 and everything coming up, like I was like, hey, it'd be a good time to do Dirt 4 and maybe Dirt Rally 2.0 and kind of get through it. But definitely focusing on Dirt 4 right now. I plan to have this done within the next few days. There's only a few things that I have left to do, and the few things that I have left to do are literally to just finish up a few of the series in the single player. Everything else is done, so I just got to finish the career mode basically. So anyway, that's what I have been playing over the past few months. Again, it really hasn't been a lot. The other game that I've been touching every here and there but really haven't gotten trophies in has been Tomb Raider on the PS3. Now, at the beginning of the video, I was talking about that I want to focus on PS3 games, so let's get into a little segment of what I plan on playing in the upcoming weeks. So, or the upcoming week, because I do plan on doing this video every week. So first off, obviously finish Dirt 4. That's going to be like number one thing that I want to do is finish Dirt 4. If there's an update for Skater XL, I am going to do that as well. Now, the main game that I'm going to play on stream, I was going to go in and do Hitman Blood Money. That was the next Hitman that I was going to do. But with new games coming out, I kind of want to play some of the new games that are coming out. And one of the games that came out in July, I believe, that really interests me, but I haven't touched yet, is Ghost of Tsushima. So I am going to be playing Ghost of Tsushima on stream. I don't know if there's anything to make, guides for, but I don't know if I'm going to end up doing that. Now, so that's going to be my focus. My focus is going to be Dirt 4 and Ghost of Tsushima, and I'm going to be playing Ghost of Tsushima probably on and off stream. Because I do want to possibly start playing games off stream if it's like a longer game like that, because I feel like if you play it all on stream, you feel like you make no progress, and then it just feels kind of useless. So that is going to be the plan. With the upcoming months coming into fall, with new games coming out, I really don't have anything pre-ordered. There's a few games that I'm really looking forward to, that being PGA Tour 2K21, like I said, the Mafia 1 remaster or remake, the completely rebuild of Mafia 1. Really looking forward to that. I'm going to be playing that day one. And then the other game that I'm looking forward to is which I'm looking forward to it because I'm a fan, is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Not really that I'm looking forward to the game itself, because I have seen some stuff on it and I don't think I'm a big fan of it or the direction that they've gone, but I am sticking in and I'm going to push through, because there was stuff that Ubisoft said where they were saying that they were going to be doing a trilogy in this form of the game, or this RPG style of game, and Valhalla would be the last one. That would be the third one that they'd be doing in this style. So I have faith that the game will have a story, which will be nice. It'll obviously have a nice map. I'm just worried about what's going to go on with the combat when it comes down to it. Like I said, I have faith in everything that Ubisoft will do. They have a good team behind the story. They have a good team behind the environment. The team that's making this one is really good. I just hope that they kind of iron out some issues that Odyssey had, because to be fair, like, Odyssey wasn't a bad game, except it had a lot of things wrong with it, and a lot of the things were major things, and just a few of them were, like, the story was complete garbage, just really bad. Another thing was that the game was just super unrealistic. Like, I want a game that's realistic. I want a game like Unity or even Origins where it's super, super, like, it's more realistic than what we got in Odyssey. Odyssey felt like you were a superhero and no one could touch you, and it was kind of stupid. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm hoping that they do it that way. But those are going to be the 3 big games that I probably play this fall. I don't know if there's any more that I'm forgetting off the top of my head, but those are definitely going to be the 3 that I touch in the fall. With the PS5 coming out, I don't really plan on getting the PS5 day one, because I'm not going to go through the whole headache of, going to the store and picking it up and doing this and doing that. So I'm not going to probably get it day one, but I will get it within the first few months. So, there's that. Now, something that I did mention before that I want to touch on right now, because I'm not sure if I've talked about this in a video. I've definitely thought about this and what I want to do. So I know a few months back I said that I didn't want to continue to make guides. And that's still true. I still do not want to make trophy guides, and that's fine with myself so far. But one thing that I do want to make, if possible, is I still do want to make collectible guides, because I really, really enjoy making collectible guides, and collectible guides are kind of what have gotten me where I am, not necessarily trophy guides. So I think I'm going to continue to make collectible guides for games, because I feel like they are very useful. Like, more people are going to watch a collectible guide than a trophy guide. And collectible guides can kind of be neutral. They don't have to be tied to specifically trophies. So I am going to make collectible guides, and I think I'm just going to keep it at that. I'm not really going to make any trophy guides for now. So if I am playing through a game and it has collectibles, I will be making a guide for it. So just keep an eye out for that. I haven't really been playing anything recently that's needed collectible guides, so that's why you haven't seen anything. But playing through games like maybe Tomb Raiders or really anything, you could see guides, collectible guides. So I'll just put that out there. The other thing is, I do want to kind of start, I'm going to try my best to put more content out on the channel, that being mainly multiplayer trophy guides and how to platinums for games. If you guys have any suggestions for how to platinums, do let me know below, because I do have a list, but obviously if people are suggesting something, I am going to bump it to the top of the list. So I do want to continue to make that stuff. I haven't really, completely forgot about it. I still want to do it, and it's just the past few months have kind of been all over the place for me, but I do want to kind of get back into a groove going into the fall here. So that's kind of a synopsis of what's been going on and what's upcoming and what to kind of look forward to. I don't really think I have anything else really to cover from a gaming standpoint or what I plan on doing. I'm going to continue to just go with the flow and play what I play, and if something pops up, something pops up. I know like a few weeks ago Cuphead came out for the PS4. I'd love to give that a try and possibly get that platinum, so that's something else that could just pop up out of nowhere. So there may be things like that. So I know. So sometimes I do talk about random topics and stuff on these videos, and I know that I always tell people, if you guys want to hear about something specific, do definitely leave it in the comments below in one of these videos, and I'll cover the topic in the next video. I do have a topic that I kind of want to hit on, and I'm not sure if this will be a long or short topic, but it's just been kind of frustrating me over the past even few years. But very recently, it's been frustrating me because of a certain somebody, and I'm not going to mention any names because I don't want people to do anything or think that I'm name dropping, because I do respect people and their opinions, and I don't want people to be saying stuff, right? But you guys, if you guys tune into the streams, or you guys know me, you probably know, who I'm talking about or what I'm talking about here. I don't want to say who, what I'm talking about here. So, there's been recently, in just the trophy hunting community in general, there's been a lot of discussions and there's been a lot of points made about how trophies are too hard, and developers shouldn't put trophies in games that are impossible, and that why are games so hard? And I'm gonna be like honest with you right now, like I don't think that any of that is valid. I can understand if a developer puts a trophy in a game and it's completely unobtainable. Like if Call of Duty was to come out and they put a big leagues trophy, a new big leagues trophy in their game, but then they never opened up, the league play. Okay, I can understand why you're getting angry. Like, it's physically impossible to get this platinum. Like, this trophy is physically impossible. Even games like Skater XL, like that trophy, I'm pretty sure has a typo or a glitch, or there's something wrong with it. There's no reason to sit there and freak out and say, this is impossible. No one's ever going to get this done. Well, I mean, it's not impossible. Someone has it done. Someone sat there and got it done, but I'm pretty sure it's just a typo. But I'm just so tired of hearing this in the community about, why is this game so hard? We're gonna call out these developers that put these impossible trophies in these games because this is ridiculous. No, what's ridiculous is that you're crying about something that you haven't even tried yet. If you're gonna sit there and say that, Wolfenstein 2 Mein Leben is a ridiculous trophy and it shouldn't be in the game, I'm going to completely disagree with you. It should be in the game because that is a challenge, and that's what a trophy is. And Xbox nailed it with what they're called, but they are called achievements. And trophies and achievements are basically the same thing, obviously. But Xbox nailed it. Achievements. They're something, if you can achieve something in a game, you get an achievement, right? I mean, that's how every game is. And back on the PS3, when it came to multiplayer, that was a big thing in games, You had Killzone 2, where you had to be in the top 1% on the leaderboard in a week. You had Resistance 2 trophies, where I'm pretty sure you had to get 10,000 kills. I'm not sure about the numbers there, but it was a ridiculous number of kills. You had games like Battlefield Bad Company, where you had to complete every single manual in the game. It wasn't that bullshit that you get now with Battlefield, where it's like, hey, can you get 10 kills with the new weapon that you unlocked? Like, no, they wanted you to do every single challenge for every single gun in the game and stuff like that. And that's great. I like seeing stuff like that. You had games like Grand Theft Auto 4, where you literally had to win a race on every single... You had to win in every game mode in the game, but that consisted of winning a race on every single track in the game, in both like regular races and then like the mayhem races or whatever they were. Like, games made you do things, and it wasn't ridiculous. I mean, it may seem ridiculous, but guess what? It was an achievement. When you got it done, it was a great feeling. And that's how trophies just used to be. And I feel like for some people, and definitely people that have been getting into trophy hunting recently, like, that's not how it is. And they never will have that feeling of like getting a trophy and like feeling accomplished about it. I feel like everything comes down to numbers nowadays, and it's just so sad because people will not play games because of trophies. And I just think that's like the saddest thing that I've ever heard. I mean, you're picking trophies over an actual game. That's kind of ridiculous. Now, with the PS4 coming out, it's going to be interesting to see with the PS5, but with the PS4 coming out, obviously we have had a bunch of easy games come out, a bunch of easy platinums, and that is what it is, whatever. There's companies that have kind of, caught on to it. They've noticed that people will pay the fees, they'll pay however much money to get however many platinums they want, and it can take the shortest amount of time as possible. They don't care if the game has content, they just want trophies, and Sony doesn't care because it earns them money at the end of the day. I mean, if this company can make the same game but sell it 5 different times, Sony's making a cut of that money as well. It's not just the developer. So it's a business, and if there's demand, they will supply it. It's basic business. But it just really does suck because, like I said, a lot of people I feel like that are getting into trophy hunting just... You don't get that satisfaction of, beating a hard game or, putting so much time into a game and getting it done and just having that satisfaction of getting a trophy that no one else has ever gotten or no one gets. That's what when it comes to trophy hunting, and I'm not saying everyone needs to, you have to be like how I am as a trophy hunter. I don't give a shit. You can be what you want to be. If you enjoy getting your dirt easy platinums, go right ahead. If that's what gives you satisfaction, go right ahead. But for me, the satisfaction of a trophy is doing something like, I don't know, the Golf Club 2 and getting $1 million or whatever it is, or $10 million or whatever it was, $1 million. How many people have done that? To be one of the people that does it, that's awesome. To do a game like Twisted Metal right before the server shut down and to be like within the top 50 fastest achievers, like that's cool to me. Doing a game like all of my like hard games are like, I enjoy them. I enjoyed playing them, but it's so satisfying to have a game and just to think like, hey, I have something that like no one else could achieve or can achieve. Like that's cool to me. And I think like games like Super Meat Boy, and I haven't really looked at the Cuphead trophy list, so I'm not sure if it's like super difficult, but like doing games like that, those games like Mein Leben, like or Wolfenstein 2 doing the Mein Leben trophy, like doing stuff like that, I feel like is so much more satisfying than just popping a game in, getting 20 platinums, boosting your numbers, and calling it a day. And me personally, like I don't look at people's trophy lists, so like I could care less, to be honest. I really only pay attention to like people that I'm kind of close with when it comes to online, like seeing what games they've been playing. But like, if I was to look through someone's trophy list, I would rather see someone, get done respectable games, like 5 to 10 respectable games, than doing hundreds of dirt easy games. Because guess what? Anyone can go on there and anyone can buy these games and anyone can do them. But not anyone can do all these other games. So the fact that you've put the time and the effort in to get it done shows that you have pride in the games that you're doing. And don't get me wrong, there are games where you do online and it just doesn't make sense. A lot of PS3 games are like that. You sit there and you play it and you're like, why did I do this? Why did I quote unquote waste my time to get this platinum? And you could say it's wasting time, but like I said, at the end of the day, you're getting a platinum that no one else or not a lot of people have. And I feel like that's more satisfying than just getting, a bunch of throwaway platinums. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there because I personally don't like the way that the trophy hunting community is going when it comes to getting easy platinums. I'm not saying you can't get easy platinums. Go right ahead and do it. I think it's a healthy thing to do. It does boost morale and it's nice to see your numbers boost, but I personally will do it every once in a while, but not as frequently as it's, happening within the community. I still will sit and play games that I enjoy to play. And even if it takes me like a game like SnowRunner, 80 to 100 hours to do it, if it's a game that I want to do, I'm going to do it. And it's going to be what it's going to be. Even if it's not easy, I'm going to do it. So I just wish that more people would have that mentality. Like I said, I'm not trying to push it on anyone, and I'm not trying to say, like, you got to be like me. Like, I'm just saying that I want people to kind of think about that, and I'm sure a lot of you guys that are watching this video really have that mentality. It's not, I'm preaching to the choir here because you guys have the same mentality that I have when it comes to that, but it is just a little frustrating because I just wish, and this is the main reason behind it, I just wish people would enjoy games for what they are and not just for the trophies. And when people are out here spending so much money to stack a game 5 or 6 times when you could have put that money into, I don't know, buying a new AAA game, I don't know, buying a PlayStation 3 and playing some classic PlayStation 3 games. Like, there's so much more that you can do with that money than just buying the same game 5 times to get 5 easy platinums in the span of an hour or two, and then it's done. It's done. And guess what? Anyone can do it. I can do it with my toes. I can play 2 games at once with both of my feet. Like, you're not doing anything that anyone else can't do. So that's just my little rant. I'm tired of hearing about it from certain parties and stuff that, developers should not be putting these impossible trophies in these games. If there's any developers listening, put those goddamn impossible trophies in the game and force people to play the damn game. And you know what happened today? And it's going to stir up some drama in the community. Not drama, but just some discussion. I heard, let's take a look for ourselves. I heard Last of Us 2 put a grounded mode in and they put a permadeath trophy. You bet your sweet ass they did. That's amazing. There's probably so many people that are bitching about that. I'm so glad that they did that. I'm so glad that they did that. I'm just tired of hearing it, man. I'm tired of hearing it. If you want to make a AAA game, if your AAA game wants to have easy trophies, you just beat the game and you get the platinum, that's fine. I guess that's fine. Put some collectibles in there, make people do side missions and stuff. But if it's just 100% in the game, cool, man. That's great. As long as your game has content, it's a good game. That's great. That's great. I mean, it's like a great example of that is like, I don't have a lot, but like God of War. The God of War remake was by far one of the best games, and it makes you do a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. And it's still a 31% platinum. That goes to show you how great this game is, and people are willing to push through and play all of the content to get it all done. I love to see stuff like that. But that's just my little rant about stuff. Just think about that. I know, like I said, I know a lot of you guys aren't really like that. A lot of you guys do have the mindset of playing what you want to play. You're not in here whoring trophies and doing this and doing that. But I just wish that a lot of the community would have that same mindset when it came down to it, because it can be a little frustrating to hear that from people, or for people, not saying that it's done, but if people look at your numbers and they're like, hey man, you have 169 platinums, like how long have you been gaming? I've only been doing it for 2 years and I have 300. And it's like, oh cool, like I've been gaming I've been on this account for 10 years, so I'm cool. I don't know what to tell you, my dude. Cool. But yeah, that is what it is. I do wish that the community would kind of go back to the old days on the PS3 when there wasn't these dirt easy platinums, but we've already stepped into that zone, so there's no getting out of it. We're already in it. We just need to kind of take a step back and get away from it if we can. So that's my little rant. If you guys do want to hear topics or stuff like that in these videos, do leave them in the comments below. I'll kind of go through each one. If it's a, good topic, I'm not going to be talking about some crazy shit like what's going on the hub this week or stuff like that. But, maybe within the community or something, just have a little discussion, and you guys can have a little bit of background noise. So anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I hope you guys are looking forward to stuff coming up and games coming up. If you haven't already, there's a link down to my Twitch and like a bunch of stuff down in the description below. The main things are my Twitter. You can go follow me over there. I really don't tweet too often, really, when I get platinums, and I'm trying to be more active and talk about stuff, but it is what it is. The other link down there, which is kind of big to me, is Twitch. I do have a link to my Twitch down below. On my Twitch, I do stream all my platinum trophies and various other things. So if you want to go follow me, there's all those links down in the description below. You can show up live and we'll talk about whatever. Maybe we can talk about the hub over there. I don't know. But like I said, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Let me know anything you guys are thinking about. Let me know down in the comments below. If you have any topics that you want me to talk about for the next video, leave it in the comments below. If you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing for more trophy content like this. And I hope to see you all around sometime soon.